There are two kinds of people in the world, my friend. Those with a rope around their neck and the people who have the job of doing the cutting. Listen, the neck at the end of the rope is mine. I run the risks.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Two can dig a lot quicker than one.
The good, the bad, and the ugly from the sports weekend. Let's start off with the good, per usual. And my good this week is Noah Fifita, the great Arizona quarterback who had a solid performance against Cincinnati, and his only touchdown of the game was a great pass to Gio Richardson, just an absolute dime, great pass and catch. And that touchdown pass put him as the leader in the clubhouse for career touchdown passes by an Arizona Wildcat, passing Nick Foles and Willie Tuitama. And it's just another milestone moment for what is a legendary career for Noah Fifita. You know, when Noah Fifita came to Arizona, he was just kind of considered the guy that helped get T-Mac come to the U of A, right? When you ask people at that time in 2022, when that Servite Quartet signed with the Arizona Wildcats, you figured, Noah Fifita maybe somewhere down the road, maybe it's like last year or so, he's going to be the starting quarterback for Arizona. Nobody really thought that Noah Fifita would go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks in U of A history. And his career is, it's truly remarkable, man. I mean, I'll never forget the time that he became the starter at Arizona. It was the game against Stanford in 2023. And I'll never forget showing up to the stadium like 3 hours early. And then I was on the field, there was like a little over 2 hours until kickoff. And one of the first guys on the field was Noah Fifita. One of the first guys. This guy's a backup quarterback, and he's on the field preparing as if he's going to be a starter. And then the opportunity presented itself. Jayden de Laura goes out of that game with an ankle injury, and Noah Fifita steps in and leads Arizona to a win over the Cardinal. Arizona, in my opinion, if Jayden de Laura was still in the game, they were going to lose to Stanford. Like, that was a game that Arizona, you kind of felt, bad about. And then Noah Fifita steps in, and it's just so cool. Steps into that moment and leads Arizona to victory, and then organically takes over as the starting quarterback for the Wildcats. And then he comes in, as a second-year starter in year 2, or technically year 3 for him. But as a second-year starter, he gets paired up with Dino Babers and Matt Atkins and just some bad play callers. Just whatever they were doing, it just did not match Noah Fifita as a quarterback. It just didn't match any of the guys on offense. And last year was a disastrous year for Arizona. And, after going 4-8, Noah Fifita was, he had some people that were lining up to pay him some money and lure him away from the University of Arizona football program. But he did not run away from Arizona. He stayed with the Wildcats. He stayed multiple times. He could have left after Jedd Fisch went to Washington. He could have went to UW. He could have went to another school. But he stayed with T-Mac and stayed at Arizona because building a legacy here at the U of A, finishing what you started, that is important to a guy like Noah Fifita. It's not the dollars. It's not the resources. It's the legacy. And Noah Fifita has a legacy right now that puts him as arguably the best quarterback in U of A football history. He is just under 800 yards away from becoming Arizona's all-time passing yards leader. He's already got the touchdowns. If he can get the passing yards leader, you could really make an argument. The stats are right there. But when you think about the legacy and what he's done, what he has endured to make sure that Arizona football is a relevant program. He did it in 2023. He stayed with Brent Brennan in year 1. And in year 2, with Brent Brennan, he's got Arizona 7-3 and just a couple plays away from being 9-1. Has Noah Fifita been a perfect quarterback? There were moments where, he made some bad throws and, made some plays that he wished he could take back. But Noah Fifita has been the ultimate leader of this Arizona football program. And does he deserve a statue? I think he deserves a statue. Will he get one? I don't know. We'll find out. But, if there's any player, there's a lot of players that have come through this football program that deserve a statue. But if you think about Noah Fifita's legacy, if you think about his place with U of A athletics, Noah Fafita's an all-timer, man. That is an all-timer. Put him in the Ring of Honor. Do whatever you can. People are going to be talking about Noah Fafita for many years to come. And it's so crazy that this guy is as small as he is, right, as a quarterback, but the dude's a great quarterback. The dude's a great leader, a great ambassador for Arizona Wildcats football. I just cannot say enough good things about Noah Fafita. So salute to you, Noah, for getting the career touchdowns record. One hell of a career. And you know what? He's still got another year left. He's got his younger brother, Dash Fafita, coming in next year. He's going to smash all of Arizona's passing yards or passing records, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. He's already got the most yards in a game, Territorial Cup, 527. Why not set the career record? Which, I mean, he could do it this year. I mean, he's got to just go off every step of the way because, he's got 3 guaranteed games left. He's got Baylor, he's got ASU, and then whatever bowl game they get to. I mean, if he goes berserk, he could totally get it. But realistically, he's probably going to get it next year. Still, great career for Noah Fafita.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be a terribly large statue, so why not?
I mean,
I say that as a man who is 5'8" on a good day.
Well, and you know what? I said this during the game. Because Noah Fafita has evolved as a runner, that's another thing, too. Noah Fafita has not just been the same for the last 3 years. He has evolved as a player. And I think Noah has done a great job in the post-Tetero McMillan era. People forget, man, he had T-Mac as his go-to guy. I mean, and rightfully so. It's the best receiver in program history. It's a guy that has been his teammate for so many years. But in the post-T-Mac era, I think he has done a nice job of establishing that chemistry with his receivers, and nobody had a better connection on the field on Saturday than Noah Fafita and Chris Hudson. 8 catches, 123 yards, 7 of those 8 catches turned into first downs. Just great stuff there from Chris Hudson, great stuff there from Noah Fafita. But he has evolved as a runner. He also made some plays in that game with his legs, and he also made some critical plays with his legs against Kansas as well. He has evolved as a player and has evolved as a mobile quarterback. And I tweeted this on Saturday, and I had to clarify. Noah Fafita kind of reminds me a little bit of Kyler Murray, a little bit. They both were number 1, both undersized, both athletic and use their legs. And I had to clarify, I meant the Oklahoma Sooners Kyler Murray, not the Arizona Cardinals Kyler Murray. I'm talking about the guy who won the Heisman. That's the Kyler Murray that I compared Noah Fafita to, not whatever this is.
Shout out to the Sooners for taking down the Crimson Tide 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I noticed Chris hasn't called in to talk about that. Roll Tide Chris. How about adding Oklahoma to the SEC? But you know what? He's going to call in and be like, well, yeah, and there's a reason why Oklahoma is in the SEC and not in the Big 12 anymore, because they know that that's the premier conference. Roll Tide, baby. What did Roll Tide Willie say? We don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. I know that's exactly what Chris is thinking right now. I know my guy. I love you, Chris. Shout out to Roll Tide Chris for always calling in every single week on Spears and Ali. But, yeah, shout out to the Sooners for beating Alabama. Man, it was just a fun weekend in college football. And that game in Cincinnati was just awesome. Just a great win. Second ranked win for Brent Brennan. The first one was last year on the road against Utah in Salt Lake City. And how about that? Both of the ranked wins for Arizona are on the road under Brent Brennan. So, all right, big-time victory for Arizona. And, shout out to Noah Fafita for making history. All right, my bad, continuing with SEC football. Man, South Carolina, woof. Oh, boy. Man, you guys were up 30-3 on Texas A&M. Man, that clip of, was it Shane Beamer, their head coach, going into the tunnel. He's like hyping up all the fans. Like they're in the 12th man, and he's just going nuts, hyping them all up. And someone quote tweeted is like, this is going to be the funniest thing ever if they somehow blow this lead. And they sure did.
Yeah. I think the Falcons might be exonerated now.
Yeah.
You can put that one down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the stage 28-3 in the Super Bowl, that's hard.
That is hard.
But, yeah, they were up 30-3, and then Texas A&M scored 28 points in the second half. and shut out South Carolina. And now South Carolina, they're still oh no, they're officially done. That if they won that game and then they beat Coastal Carolina and they beat Clemson at home, they would have gotten to bowl eligibility. So man, think about this. They're like, we're still fighting for our bowl hopes. We've got Texas A&M, the third-ranked team in college football, on the ropes. We got it right where we want them. Hell yeah. Let's win this game, boys. And they lost 31-30. One of the biggest collapses you will see in college football. Yeah, now they have lost. Now they've lost 5 in a row. They've lost to LSU, Oklahoma, Alabama, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. Now, in fairness to them, here are the rankings for those teams when they lost: 11, 14, 4, 7, and 3. So this is a hard stretch for South Carolina, but 31-30. You know, if Beamer wasn't the son of the other Beamer, Frank Beamer, one of the greatest college coaches of our generation, would that guy be coaching?
Probably not.
I don't know. It
At
seems
least
like,
not at that level.
seems like a Nepo baby to me. But anyways, yeah, that's my bad for the week. Texas A&M and South Carolina. South Carolina, man, epic collapse. You are my bad. And speaking of that Texas A&M South Carolina game, that is actually part of my ugly as well. It turns out that blowing a 30-3 lead isn't the worst thing that can happen in that stadium on that day. The Texas A&M state trooper, or the Texas state trooper that was working that game, who got into a little kerfuffle with some South Carolina players. My guy, what are you doing? Just an absolute bozo. And the South Carolina players were walking out of the tunnel, minding their business, getting ready to play this game. And you see this Texas state trooper just walking in a straight line. And that guy could have easily been like, oh, let me step out of your way here, fellas. Let me let you walk on the field. This guy was looking straight at those players and walked right between them. And as he's walking between them, decides to throw a couple elbows at both of those guys. And then the players, they're like, wait, what the hell? And they look at the guy like, what are you doing? And the Texas state trooper then starts pointing his finger and mother bleeping them and just starts yelling at them. And I'm like, dude, you got cameras everywhere in that stadium. Imagine what that guy is doing when the cameras are off during what he's doing during the day or during the rest of the week, being a cop, being in law enforcement. So that to me was very, very concerning. And you know what? Kudos to Texas A&M. I mean, maybe they should be a part of my good, because Texas A&M, they relieved that guy of his duties. They're like, yeah, sir, you can go home and never come back ever again. Because what the hell are you doing? Just people going on power trips. And that's my ugly this weekend. It's not just the Texas A&M state trooper. It's people going on power trips. And there was a referee during the Lakers-Bucks game, and Lakers rookie Adu Thiero, he scored his first career point as an NBA guy. Usually when that happens, you get the game ball. It's a game that you'll remember for the rest of your life. And Luka Doncic and several other Lakers, they went over to that referee who had the ball, and they're like, hey, we need that ball to give it to our rookie Adu. And the referee was like, no. The referee refused to give them the ball. I'm like, dude, you're the NBA. You have so many basketballs that you use on a daily basis. Like, just give them the damn ball. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, shout out to him, he recognized what was going on, went right over to the referee, took the ball out, and went and gave it to, I think, Austin Reeves or Luka Doncic or whoever. It said, give it to your guy Adu. So it took the superstar for the Bucks to come in and be like, get the hell out of here, dude. What are you doing? In order for the rookie to get his game ball that he deserves. So people, just understand where you're at in life and understand that you ain't worth a damn. You ain't sugar honey iced tea to be acting like that. So just be a good person. Don't be like the referee in the Lakers-Bucks game. Definitely don't be like that state trooper at the Texas A&M game. And yeah, that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. Brought to you by Chapman Automotive Group.